Yo, what's going on, everybody? It looks like we have a new DLC coming to Way of the Hunter. Now, it is small, but it's something, and we have a lot of speculation going on in the Discord. We would definitely like to hear your thoughts on what it could be. We have firearms, we have blinds, and we also have some outfits that we're all kind of considering. Could be the DLC. I think a lot of good ideas have been thrown around in there. So let me know what you're thinking in the Discord or down in the comments, of course. Drop this thing a like and we'll get into the video. Now, PSA, you do only have a couple more days for the photograph challenge of a whitetail. And that was part of the announcement today. Miriam wanted to make sure everybody did check out the full contest details and everything like that. So I just wanted to run through this bit real fast. They are looking for some screenshots of some standout antler racks captured in the natural digital habitat. So you want to submit your screenshot through a link in the Discord there with some unique antler racks, ideally with some scenic flair to match. Think composition, like lighting and that wow factor is kind of what they're leaning into. So the contest deadline is for May 20th at 7 a.m. for me. It should be automatically updated to your time. So make sure you get it in before that middle date right there, whatever it says deadline for entries. That's what you're looking for. The winner announcement will be on May 23rd at 7 a.m. And in this, 5 winners will receive Way of the Hunter game keys, your pick of the base game or any DLC on a platform of your choice. So you could get this new DLC for free potentially. All depends on what's in there. You probably want to get your best value for your free key. So go ahead and pick up something that you've been kind of holding off on. But yeah, that's all the details for the contest. Just make sure you have it in before the date that's on the Discord announcement. For me, it's May 20th at 7 a.m. There is a link there that says upload your screenshots. Go ahead and click on that and then follow the form and that'll pretty much get you in. Now for the DLC, they really didn't release any information whatsoever. All they said was that it's going to be small. And then they gave us another screenshot of some whitetail. And that basically just says, hey, remember that we're still doing this contest for whitetail. And I've been doing some looking and I haven't exactly found anything per se unique just because I haven't been looking that hard. I've been focused on a couple other things, but I wanted to go ahead and go into a couple things of what I'm looking at, take a couple screenshots, give you some pointers to what I kind of do as far as composition and lighting. And yeah, then we'll just get out of here. So the big 3 things that I like to work with are contrast, exposure, and saturation. I think the colors in this game are very vibrant and very saturated. So I turned that down quite a bit. Kind of around a 30% is kind of where I like to hang out. And then I do mess around with the exposure just because the lighting is very intense in this game. And you see a lot of reflections off the fur. And it really shouldn't be that way. It should be more of like a texture related reflection. So I try and cut down on that by limiting the exposure things have. And that kind of helps with that reflection. And that also go into the contrast. And that gives everything a little better feel just for my vision. Of course, everybody's going to see colors and stuff just slightly different, lighting just slightly different. So find what works for you. But those are the big 3 that I like to use to kind of find the right temperature. And I just wanted to share this one here because it really shows how lighting and contrast can really set the tone for a really good night shot or an exposure shot like this. And you can see when I go in here and I start messing with the saturation and the contrast, it really brings a lot of that orange out of the shot. And that's kind of what we're looking for there. Make sure that you're using tactics like sneaking up on the critters to catch them doing their natural things. Use collars to kind of bring them in, make them look more proud. And then also run at them and spook them to get those other more action animations that you want. And make sure you pause it really fast. And I began this video using my reshade, but I did turn it off in the end. Capture some of these shots in the end without reshade. So you have a lot to look at. Even with that, you have a lot of ability. You can even mess with the time, which is really helpful when you want to set some more contrast because you can set some lighting behind stuff, move around. but just make sure that you're keeping track of the time and everything so the critters don't move off from you. You want to pause your game when you're kind of getting set up, unpause it when you want a certain pose, and then kind of just repause it, get your shot and everything. It takes a little bit of working with, but if you just kind of remember those three things, make sure you pause your game when you're getting the shot set up, mess around with your exposure, your contrast, and your saturation, and then go in there and also mess around with your field of view. Set your intensity for your field of view pretty high so you can see where it's really kind of going through and you can tell where it's going to be blurred out, and then kind of work from there, turn it down, turn it up, see what you like. That'll also help you really set that setting for the antlers. That way all the attention is on that instead of all the background stuff that's going on. And look up some photography settings. Make sure you have your field of view at a good spot. Anywhere from about 50 to 70 is what I was seeing. So that's kind of where I had mine set, was right around 50 is what I was looking at. But that's pretty much going to do it for this one. We have a small DLC coming up in about 2 weeks. And then just remember, if you want to participate in that screenshot contest and potentially be one of the 5 winners that get a key for the game or a DLC of your choice, make sure you get that screenshot in by the date on the Discord announcement. Again, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching another one. And as always, have a good day.